everybody, moms and multitaskers. Welcome to another episode of Unmute with Brainy Mama. Today we will have a conversation where diapers will meet deadlines and parenting will meet passion. मैं हूँ आपकी दोस्त और होस्ट गुरप्रीत.
और मैं हूँ श्रुति सिंघल. Today we have someone from the field of content creation. She's a young mother. So the way she brings her real life experiences on screen is commendable. The way she's been inspiring people around is truly exceptional. And we are thrilled to have Varsha Dhingra with us, who's the founder of Mom of Brit Boys. And let's just dive into her world of content creation and let's find out right from her that what is this industry all about. Stay tuned.
So hi Varsha, welcome to the show.
Hi Simran, thank you so much. Thank you for having me today.
So Varsha, nowadays Instagram is so trending and you are an inspiration for all the bloggers and newcomers who wants to be an influencer, the content creator. What is your inspiration? How you thought about this?
So, my journey started about 6 years ago when during the pandemic, and I started putting pictures of my kids, like random pictures. It was very organic, with no intention or any idea of becoming a content creator. But I started posting pictures and the response was amazing. Like a lot of moms reached out to me and we started building a very nice cozy community of moms. And honestly, that's how the journey began. And it's been good so far. And yeah.
So Varsha, people see Varsha Dhingra on Instagram, who's like inspiration to a lot of people around. So who is real Varsha? Like, what were you as a child? Were you a shy person, or you always wanted to be a content creator? How it all started?
So this, obviously I never wanted to be a content creator. It just so happened that, I landed up in this profession. I started off as I'm an architect by profession.
Wow.
And to be facing the camera every day, I never thought of myself doing this. I'm not like a very extrovert person. But now that I've got a hang of it, I really like being in front of the camera and I really like what I'm doing at the moment.
Varsha, being an influencer is a big thing, and I believe that there is a lot of input that you have to give, a lot of hard work, efforts. So there is a kind of support that is required from the family as well, understanding and support. So who supported you most in your family and how was that?
So my husband has been my biggest supporter till date. He has always encouraged me on the days where I've doubted myself. And even my mom, I have to give credit to my mom as well. Like, I would just call her and be like, Mama, am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? And she would always be very supportive. So yes, the credit goes to my husband and my mom for all the support they've given me through these days.
So Varsha, content creation is vast, like content is everywhere. So how do you create your content? It comes on your mind, or you have a team, or you discuss with your partner like you mentioned. So what is the source of your content?
So, like you said, content is something that's, find content everywhere, right? So what I do is I probably, would just open my iPhone notes app and I would start writing. If an idea pops up in my mind, I would just write down everything. And then so that I don't forget it. And then I would just discuss it with my team and we'd figure out how to go about it. And and then that's about it. I mean, I started off doing everything on my own initially, and thankfully now I have a team who helps me out with all the content creation, with ideation, and yes, that's how we get it done.
So Varsha, talking about family, you're a mother of two handsome boys.
Thank you.
And motherhood and being a digital creator is something which is very different and difficult. So, was there any moment where you were torn apart as a mother and as a digital creator?
Yes, of course. I mean, it's very hard to kind of balance motherhood and any other profession for that matter, even if it's being a digital creator. It's all about prioritizing, I think, and also, we all want that perfection in our life, but to achieve that perfection, we work so hard. But I guess it's important to kind of know days where your kids need you more, so you need to be there for them on those days, and the rest of the days you can always kind of give priority to your work.
Do they also assist you in your blogging thing and give you ideas or
Absolutely.
something out of the box?
Yes. They would come to me with funny reel ideas and they'd be like, Mama, let's recreate this. We should do something like this. And I like the actual participation of my kids into this, because we are a team. It's just not me, my kids. So we do it together, and I'm so happy that the kids are part of this.
And I believe sometimes, kids really give very different and innovative ideas. Sometimes even we cannot think about that.
Absolutely. So, even I get amazed. Sometimes my little one would come up with such ideas, and I'm like, how could you even think of it? But it's nice. It brings that freshness to your content as well.
Right.
And I think that's what we need. And we want that organic ideas. We want those innocent ideas as well, so that we can create them and put it out there.
That's wonderful to know, kids are part of your team.
That's the best part about my job, I think, that my kids are very much a part of this.
So you have 2 boys, right?
I know.
So how old is the elder one?
So my elder one's 13 years old.
Okay, almost a teen now.
He is a teen, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and the younger one is?
He's 6.
So do you get the princess treatment at the home because you've been among the 3 boys?
Yes, I demand princess treatment if I don't get it.
Okay.
But yes, of course, kids pamper me the way I pamper them.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice, yeah.
So now that your elder one is 13 and he's a teen, so at times we've seen that the boys become little protective towards their mother, and they would because kids also have phone these days.
Yeah.
So do you think some sort of friction comes from that side wherein he'll be like, Mama ye mat karo, ya Mama aise karo, ya my friends are talking about this thing. So do you think some sort of friction comes wherein the kids become teen and they would start commenting on the job of a mother?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I guess that's a part of motherhood. I am also a first-time mom to a
Right.
teenager, and so I am also learning a lot from him, the same way he's learning from me and other people. And yes, there are times when we have difference of opinion and our views clash. But at the end of the day, I love him, he loves me, and we work out a way to kind of get things going. And,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Varsha, we all are in this digital world where everybody wants to be a blogger, especially girls. I have seen, they want to be a content creator. और हर एक के नाम के नीचे लिखा होता है digital creator, content creator, influencer, public figure.
That's a new fad.
That's a new trend. So I believe there is a lot of hard work and efforts, a lot of sacrifices one has to go through. It's not easy to be authentic and an authentic digital creator. So what you have to say about this, the trending gram thing?
Yes. So I know, I agree to it. Everyone wants to be a content creator these days, but people don't realize what goes behind the scene. There's so much of hard work. There's ideation, there is editing, there is script writing, and all of that, which goes unseen. And people only look at that 30-second reel, but the amount of time that we've spent creating that 30-second reel, people don't realize that. So yes, nothing comes easy. It is a lot of hard work, and only people who are into this would realize it, that okay, easier said than done. So yes.
Okay, so when you started it, way back in 2019-20, it wasn't a very in thing. In fact, Instagram was pretty new. A lot of people were not even there on Instagram. So the thought of foreseeing the future and bringing the real content, wherein things like this were very very limited, and when we all start, it's just a one man show, and then eventually you build a team. So how that all started, and I feel that when, like for us also, when an entrepreneur starts a journey, आप बहुत बार गिरते हो, बहुत बार उठते हो. So how many times you just picked yourself up and started this entire journey? So just some thoughts about that, and any special experience that you would like to share.
Sure. So, I've had my moments of doubt, obviously. When I started off, it wasn't that I wanted to be a content creator. Like I said, I just was randomly posting pictures of my kids and relatable moments with my kids, wherein I got a good response from other moms where they could also relate with my, journey, motherhood journey. And that's how we built a community, and that's how that's what encouraged me to post more relatable things on Instagram. And through the years, I realized that okay, my page, my content was making a difference, was helping out other moms, and that kept me going. And till today I share a lot of initially, obviously, when my kids were young, I was sharing a lot of tips and tricks and hacks, and I did post a lot of humor content also, which mothers could relate to. So that's how, with no intention of okay, want to be a mom blogger, but it just so happened, and
So I feel in general, I think maybe the God chose people. You don't plan a future, a career like this, and it just happened to you.
Yeah, it just happened to me, and I'm so glad that it did, because I really enjoy what I do. And I really, the best part about this is that my kids are equally involved in this. So that little bit of guilt that I, could have had I been in some other profession, that, balances out that, okay, my kids are also a part of this and they equally enjoy it too.
I think that intent was very pure. When you started, it was never commercialized.
Yeah.
And you wanted to just make a difference. And I
Yeah.
think, and then people follow, and or the success follows, because the intent was very clear that time.
Yeah. And I think it's very important to kind of be authentic and true to yourself in whatever you do. And then, that eventually kind of leads the way. And also being consistent. So I've tried and been as consistent as I can, for Instagram through my posts. So yeah.
Varsha, you are an influencer and inspiration to so many moms and women out there, and I've always seen you helping and guiding and supporting the upcomer bloggers and influencers. So there is a lot of sacrifices, pain that has gone, in that journey. And sometimes people around you, mostly who are related to you, maybe in your friend circle, social circle, and sometimes extended family also, they find it very weird, ye kya kar rahi hai, ya kya ho raha hai, all the time shooting and in front of camera. People take time to accept the fact. So how did you manage to, answer back, or how did you manage to show them that what actually Varsha is doing?
So just to give that answer in one line, I let my work speak for itself. But yes, the struggle's been real. Initially people did not get what I was up to, what I was doing. But I'm glad that things have turned out the way it has, and now they can see for themselves what I am actually into and what I'm actually doing, and quite proud of what the journey has been so far. So yeah,
that's wonderful to hear. I have actually personally seen Varsha helping few bloggers and upcomers and guiding them and making them meet new people, which is a kind of motivational for them as well.
Yeah, and everybody can't do that.
Yeah, we're here
To
to
share their contacts or do
Yeah.
things like that.
I think the uplifting each other should be our motto, should be our goal. We should. That's what we are here for, right? Like to kind of help each other, and we are all here to grow. And I think that should be the basic, aim for all of us.
That's a beautiful, I think, towards life, how you see your life, your perspective towards life, uplifting each other.
I think family, the ethos that one carries now, it takes you to places. It is very important to have the right roots.
Yeah.
And it shows in your work, it shows in the personality of a person. That's what you forward to your kids also. So
Absolutely.
I think the values are the core of any sort of association in life.
I agree completely.
So tell us something that, in this journey of 6-7 years that you mentioned, was there any particular incident when you thought that, this is not working or this is not the right thing, or I could just get back to buildings and architecture, or, this field is not for me. So any particular incident wherein you wanted to take a step back and then something came up and you just started moving again?
Of course, there have been times where I've not been sure of what, where this would lead me. But then the good thing is that I've always come back to it. As content creators, we have like a block, like a creative block, where ideas just don't come organically, and where you feel like, okay, this is not working out. But the way to get through it is to take a break, give yourself some time to kind of reset, and then come back to it. So yes, through these years I've had such days where I've doubted myself, but then I've always come back to what I love the most, and to being in front of the camera.
Nice.
So being an influencer, there is a myth in this trend that get the influencers get everything for free or kahin spend nahi karna padta. But I believe the truth is that you have to invest in your brand. You don't get everything on the plate. So how will you break this myth? What is the fact?
So Simran, there are no free lunches in this world. Everything comes for a price. If the brand decides to send us something, it is our job to kind of make sure that that brand gets good visibility through our page. They are sending that product with that trust, and we need to make sure that we do justice. There is if it requires a script, then we write script, and then we shoot it, we edit it, and we deliver the content which brand likes, which our audience also likes. So yes, there's nothing free for influencers. There's a lot of hard work which obviously nobody sees. It's all behind the camera. And yes, as a creator, you need to invest in your brand, be it monetary investment or be it, through efforts, through your time. So yes, it's a myth, and let it be a myth.
So, you have to invest also, and I believe to sustain in this industry, which is very dynamic, you have to retain yourself somehow.
Yeah.
So it does not matter how you are investing, whether in cash or kind, you have to do the thing.
Absolutely.
It's an industry of creativity. Like you need to keep inventing,
Yeah.
keep reading about it, and
Yeah.
investing in terms of knowledge, money, time. So this industry is very dynamic, like
It is.
and it's like an everyday job. Like every day you have to get up, show up the camera, and work.
Yeah.
How you are feeling.
And your mind is at work 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, even if I'm on a holiday, my mind would still be thinking that, okay, this is a good location. Probably I could shoot this here. And, if an idea pops up, then if my kids are around, I would want to kind of make use of that time and, quickly get that thing shot and, ready for Instagram. So yeah, it's a 24/7 job. There are no Sundays that we get off, and Yeah, so yeah, all that also counts while you're creating content.
अच्छा कभी ऐसे लगता है कि यार आज कैमरा नहीं यूज करना आई वांट टू बी विद माय किड्स आई वांट टू बी माय फैमिली आई वांट टू बी विद माय सेल्फ
Candidate.
एंड मुझे नहीं करना आज शूट ही नहीं करना
क्या बहुत बहुत बारी ऐसा लगता है. There are days when, like I said, you know, when you're so done with it, you just need a break, and you forcefully give yourself that break. कि नहीं, you know, I'm not gonna touch my phone. You know, on Sundays sometimes I feel I'm gonna delete that Instagram app just for 24 hours, because if that app is there on your phone, you're tempted, right, to kind of just go, चलो देखती हूँ कितना क्या क्या हो रहा है, like let me watch people's stories and stuff. बट आई थिंक ये एक डे फिक्स करना चाहिए हम सब कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स को, टू काइंड ऑफ गेट दैट ब्रेक फ्रॉम इंस्टाग्राम, फ्रॉम कंटेंट क्रिएशन, फ्रॉम दैट कांस्टेंट थिंकिंग, and yeah, we deserve it for
I
sure.
think a kind of digital detox.
Definitely. I always plan to take it on the weekend, but you know, ho hi nahi pata. But yeah, this is what is on the agenda.
So, you know, like now we have different industries. So this itself is a huge industry, like an industry of content creation. So when you meet fellow bloggers or content creators, how is the vibe? Like, is this industry supportive, or there's a lot of competition inside the industry? Because now it's a separate industry altogether. You know, when you started, probably it wasn't an industry, but now everything has become really commercialized. So how do you see this as an industry, and how are the fellow bloggers around?
So honestly, Shruti, through this platform, I've met some of the amazing people, like who I would call them my friends. And all thanks to this platform, because you can make real connections here. Like, you know, people think of us as competitors, like, you know, always competing with each other, but that's in every you know, business or any profession you are in, right? But we can, if we have the right intention, I guess we can find the right people and be friends with them. So yeah.
So आजकल बच्चे बनना चाहते हैं blogger. What advice you want to give them? You know.
It's a very good question, Simran, because I know a lot of people who come down to me and they'd be like, even we want to be content creators in the future. And my advice to them is, you know, there is no right age to start content creation, but obviously पढ़ाई पहले और उसके बाद ये सब, and also to start small, like, you know, it doesn't have to be like you know, with all the, you know, gadgets, nice fancy gadgets and all of that. You can just shoot some content from your phone and see what works. And you know, creativity though, you know, it depends on you how well you do, but it's definitely worth giving a try.
Wow, that's quite motivational for the children who wants to be a blogger in future. So don't ignore your studies and keep on doing what you are doing.
Yeah, always follow your passion, I'd say that. But simultaneously, your padhai should not get affected.
So Varsha, when you are into this field of content creation, you must be getting a lot of collaborations. So when people ask you out of, you know, maybe friendship, or maybe a part of this industry wherein they would want you to promote certain things. So what is your rule book? Like, on what basis you choose your collaborations?
So honestly, I promote products which I personally use, especially when it comes to kids brands. I really, you know, if there's a skincare brand, or if it's something that my kids personally use, I really like to promote that only. Because there's so many brands out there, it can get quite confusing for even the audience to kind of, you know, understand what's going on here. And you know, when it comes to doing favors on friends, so I always try and promote brands which I truly believe in, and that I know that my audience would also love using.
So we're talking about the collaborations. Any collaboration that you said yes, on initial stage and later you regret it? Spill the beans.
Yes, there have been times, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, initially, when your heart says yes to a collaboration, it can always kind of, backfire, and, you can always feel that probably this is not something that you should be promoting. And in that case, I've very politely, gone back to the brand, apologized, returned the products, and yeah, that's what I think is
Give a gentle feedback to them.
yes, and that's what sometimes the brands also look for, like, a genuine feedback, so that they can always improvise. If the content creator herself is not very confident about promoting, so I think that feedback should go back to the brand so that they can improvise on things.
So thank you so much, Varsha, for sharing what you are and who Varsha is. You are a true inspiration for all of us, for the upcoming bloggers and content creator. So now it's time for some
Rapid
rapid
with lot of fire.
with Varsha.
All right, then let's get going.
So Varsha, messy bun or perfect eyeliner? What's your everyday look?
I've got the eyeliner on today, so messy bun.
Okay, one thing you hide from your kids but you secretly enjoy.
Oh my god, chocolates and ice cream.
Everyone's delight.
Yes. I don't let my kids have chocolates and ice creams every day, so I really have to hide it from them for me to consume it.
Perfect.
I think वो हर mom का है.
Yeah.
Your dream collaboration.
So I recently collaborated with Dyson, and it was on the top of my list since a long time. So I'm happy. Yes, I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, most bizarre DM you've ever received.
Oh, so there was this DM where someone wanted to know my kids' routine because apparently they wanted to follow the same thing, and I found it quite bizarre. And I was like, okay. So yes.
One mom rule that Varsha always breaks.
No screen during meals. I always break it for some reason or the other. But yes, I need to work on that.
Okay. Influencers का असली struggle रील बनाना या फिर बच्चों को सुलाना.
यार रील तो बन जाती है, बच्चों को सुलाना सबसे मुश्किल है.
Difficult.
To follow, to keep that, time,
Yeah.
to follow the time limit, I think that's very important. The time frame, just time पे बच्चे सोने चाहिए.
One thing your husband does not understand about your content creation.
Then how can a 30-second reel take up 3 hours and so many outfit changes?
Mom life in one hashtag.
Chaos. Total chaos.
Can't agree more.
Any one tip you would like to give to our upcoming bloggers and content creators?
Be authentic, be real, be yourself, and trust the process.
So one last question. The most influential influencer perk, as in the gifts, the love, or the fame that you enjoy?
I'll have to say the love. Fame to chala jayega. Gifts be, eventually stop coming. But the love that you get from your audience, from the community that you've created, I think that stands out.
Thank you so much, Varsha.
Thank you.
I must say you are a beautiful soul inside out.
How kind. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me today.
Yeah.
This was wonderful, and I'm so glad we did it.
So that's a wrap for today's episode where we celebrate womanhood with all the chaos and charm. Thank you, Varsha, for being with us.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you so much for bringing some inside information from this glitz glamour business of blogging. And we are so glad to have you here, and you're a beautiful soul inside out. And thank you so much for bringing so much fun to this segment.
Thanks a lot, Shruti. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today. There's a link right here. Please subscribe to us. Please write your questions. If you have questions related to blogging, content creation, please feel free to write us, and we'll be happy to get back to Varsha and bring your answers live. Thank you so much.